Hi, this is Cass from Aussie Cass Plays, and welcome to Generation 2 Part 6, I'm pretty sure, of my Medieval Legacy Challenge. What we're doing right now, it is the autumnal equinox. It's also super late because I had some stuff I had to do in the world and the whole day just kind of disappeared. So I just real quick am having the girls just do the bare minimum. I thought I had sussed it out because we actually had a grand meal in the fridge. That wasn't good enough, apparently, so I'm just going to have Rose cook. And it's actually really important to me that she does because she's getting married in the morning. The reason the ladies have all come over, so we've got her mum, her sister, and her aunt, is because they are going to help Rose prep for tomorrow. Like, you know, get her into a nice dress and all that kind of thing. Yes, it's midnight. Let's pretend it's not. Let's pretend it's a nice, sensible 6 p.m. The reason that Alana isn't here is because Alana and David did in fact have their babies, and Alana can't really leave the house at the moment, I have decided, because back in these days there was no such thing as bottled formula, so she can't go too far. She had two little boys. They are actually identical twins. I know that. Did you seriously just walk away? You walked away. I'm not going to be able to finish it now. You've ruined it. Can I have her flavorize? Will she resume the cooking if I do that? She had twins. They got randomly generated names because you think I would learn to pause pregnancies when I switch between the houses, but I don't learn. So they ended up with some really weird names. So I aged them up to toddlers to change their names. Their names are Thomas and Crispin. They are identical and they are gorgeous. However, in theory, they should still be babies, which is one of the reasons we're not actually over there. I am so annoyed that she just walked away from that oven. I'm just going to have to give up on the equinox thing and I will cheat. Just empty it. That's fine. I will cheat their sadness away if they're both feeling sad. All right. I'm going to have everyone come in here and I just want them to primp her. I wish that you could have them like do each other's hair and stuff. So this is a dress she's been given. It's again a hand-me-down kind of thing, but her mum's quite crafty now. So I like to imagine that Rose was like her mum's made it. So she's brought it over. Rose has gone upstairs to get changed. In the meantime, I'm going to have Isabella. She's apologizing to her mum. I don't know why. Maybe she hasn't come over enough recently. And she's going to discuss her interests and stuff. Now, Olivia's giving Isabella an update on the boys and how wonderful and perfect they are. Oh my gosh, look at Elsie's face. She's so mad. I really should age her up to be an elder because she's not that much younger than her brother. And her brother is very old. Poor Zachary. So can I get her to like pose in some way? I mean, she can't pose for photos, but this is her dress and how gorgeous does she look? The necklace she's wearing is actually something Thomas has given her for the wedding specifically. It belonged to his mum, who he actually never knew. So it's something his dad had been hanging on to for a long time from his wife. How beautiful does Rose look? Seriously. She's just the most breathtaking sim. So they're gushing about her. She's very carefully patting the dog so she doesn't get dirty. You really shouldn't be doing that, honestly. That's a terrible idea. Now, where's Alana gone? I don't know where she went. She did come over, but she might have taken off. Alana's been in a bit of a place recently. The sisters know. Oh, here she is. She's having a deep conversation with her sister about boys, basically. So she's asked, like, how is Colton? And she's like, Colton's a jerk and I don't like him anymore. So what happened was when I was, you know, aging up the twins and stuff, Alana was talking to Colton and he was just shutting her down. Everything she said. They don't have negative sentiments to each other anymore. She was just trying to be polite and he was really, really rude. So Alana's really struggling at the moment because he was her childhood friend and look how sad she looks. He completely shut her down. So she's contemplating what she's going to do with her life. Elsie, this is very Elsie. Now, I did spend some money. The main thing was getting a double bed so Thomas can actually move in at the point where we're ready for that. Now, I choose to imagine she didn't just drop that beautiful wedding dress in the basket. She's hung it out neatly in the cupboard. And I put some cute little pillows up here. And I don't know that I did it. I might have done some stuff in here. Honestly, can't remember. Basically, I've been slowly making this place cuter and cuter, and I'm starting to love it. Okay, so I think we're ready to go, you guys. We've come to the wedding venue, which is where she works. Everyone's kind of gathering in here. She wants to go talk to the bartender. I actually told her to come in here and compliment her husband, or her fiance. So come in here and compliment his outfit. Well, Elsie's singing a song. I assume this is a traditional medieval bridal song. So she's talking to Thomas, and I think we are ready to go. So I'm going to have them get married. We've got a few other random Sims who've shown up. I mean, it is a lounge, so that is not surprising. And everyone's staring at Marlena, who's decided to show up. Now, Marlena, I cut a lot of it out when I had the dinner party at the Goths because, you know, oh, look, the priest has shown up. Because obviously we have a lot of random stuff at a dinner party that kind of doesn't make the cut. Marlena peed herself at the party, and then Rose tried to help her kind of get herself squared away. So I think Marlena's taken a soft spot to Rose, which is super cute. How adorable. Aww. She's taking his hand. Okay, I love these guys. Did you see that look he just gave? He's glaring at all the people who were talking in the middle of the ceremony. I mean, don't worry about it, buddy. David's watching. Yay! Rose is married, you guys. Okay, now I do need to move him in. I wasn't planning on moving in Butterball or Skitch, especially because we have Roan, and there's a limit to how many Sims I want in the house. But obviously at the point where Henry, you know, passes, I could see Thomas taking custody of the pets. So we'll see how that goes. So we'll move Thomas across. I might have him bring over a couple of thousand because he, as a blacksmith, needs to own a forge, and we obviously need to set that up, which I'm pretty excited about. I've downloaded some really nice CC. I can control Thomas now. Shall I have him come in here and cut the cake? I figure I should. Oh, Zachary's going to pee himself. We'll have Thomas cut the wedding cake. Where'd everyone else go? They all vanished. Have they all gone upstairs to order a drink? I mean, it is a bar. No, just Isabella. Maybe she's feeling a bit sad. I don't think she'd be jealous of Thomas per se. Like, I don't think she's interested in him in any way, shape or form. But I do think that she would potentially want, like, I don't know if she's desperately keen to get married, but she does really love kids. Okay, I have to get a screeny. Oh, love these guys. I love that. I mean, he does look like he might accidentally gouge her tonsils out. Or maybe she will. They've both got their eyes closed. I feel like that can't be a great sort of... not a great idea when you're stabbing someone in the face. He looks so goofy. Oh, they're so cute. Now, I didn't obviously run a wedding. Weddings cost 1,000 simoleons, and I just think that's a bit exorbitant for what these guys have, you know? Zachary's gone. Zachary left, and so did Andrea. Maybe Zachary was feeling a bit tired. He is quite old now. So maybe Andrea took him home. So there we go. They're having their first dance as a married couple. Look at his face. The look of adoration on his eyes. Seriously, find yourself a partner who looks at you the way Thomas is looking at her right now. Or, you know, the way she's looking at him. Such cuties. In theory, they could have their honeymoon night here. It is an inn. These two have had a little slow dance together, and she's like, shall we go up to our room now? I'm really tired. You know, I think we should go to bed. And he's like, well, yeah, you know, me too. So these guys are having their very first woohoo as a married couple. There are fireworks, and they only just got started, which frankly I think bodes very, very well for the two of them and their compatibility as a couple in this particular situation, at least in the bedroom. We'll see how they go more broadly. Now, what I'm going to do is take them home, and like in the morning I'll take them home, and we'll spend some money on getting Thomas set up, like a blacksmith workshop set up, and I'll get him, I can't remember if I put him on the blacksmith career or not. So I'll get him onto that as well, because I've varied the rules slightly, but he needs to max out his career as part of the challenge for us to succeed. He was so happy with himself. He's like, haha, and she's like, yeah, me too. I'll catch up with you guys once they get home. All right, it's the next day. They've come home. The pair of them had another little cheeky woohoo in the new marital bed because, you know, they're desperately in love and wanted to break the thing in, as you do. Isabella is feeling a little bit awkward about being in the marital house of her sister and her sister's husband. I mean, she doesn't mind Thomas, but she's not like friends with him. So I think she's feeling like a little bit awkward about the situation. So she's contemplating what her options are. She's like, well, Rose doesn't need me to be staying here anymore. While Thomas gets some food. I haven't built the blacksmith yet. What I'm thinking I might do, because I've got that round there, maybe I'll move the clothesline up here. And then I will put it here. I think that might be the best place for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this set up now. What I imagine this would actually take quite a bit of doing on Thomas's part, but he's going to spend the next few days bringing up, you know, his tools and bringing up the things he needs and getting like his little forge and everything set up here. And maybe because it's going to cost us money to buy the things, we'll imagine that he's paying tradies to come and help him. Tradie, obviously, I assume it's an Australian thing. It's short for tradesperson. So I will get cracking on that now, and I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. All right, you guys, it's taken quite a bit of doing, and frustratingly, some of the CC is not working for whatever reason. It's probably just because it's a bit old. So this is a Plum Bob Tea Society wheelbarrow, and I think the wood is as well. All of this stuff is historical Sims life. So we've got a bellows, we've got a forge, we've got some coal in the forge, and this anvil here is actually meant to work like the woodworking table, but you can see I can click on that and click view, but this doesn't have any interactions at all. So I'm guessing the CC has just been overtaken by events. However, it's cool. And also it left us with no money, and I felt like setting the forge up with all of this seemed appropriate. You know what I mean? So I have put a woodworking table in the background. What he needs to do for his job, this is a CC career. He needs to, for his first level, reach level 2 handiness and collect 5 elements. I actually don't know where I'm going to get the elements from. I had a quick look around the neighbourhood and I can't see anything. In the meantime, the girls have come out to tend the garden, as they do pretty much every day. Isabella actually has her nanny gig soon. So Isabella is explaining to Rose about how awkward she feels, you know, being here now, like it feels so weird being in this house with you and with your new husband, and like I feel like I should move out. And Rose is like, no, you don't have to do that. So I'm gonna have Rose attempt to reassure her sister. You know those really obnoxious newlyweds who are just like on cloud 9 and don't realize that the people around them maybe are just a little bit sad because they are not the happy newlywed. You know those newlyweds? I think Rose and Thomas, particularly Rose, is one of those newlyweds. Thomas just can't believe his luck because from his point of view, he is punching well above his weight by marrying Rose. Isabella's like, look, if you hear anything at any of, you know, your fancy dinner parties and stuff about how, you know, if anyone's looking for like a maid, a live-in maid or something, just let me know, because I think I'm interested in that. Now, Rose is meant to be hosting a dinner party tonight, so I am going to get her to do that. What did we find? A rose. I mean, that's nice. Ah, bees! Bees as far as the eye can see. I'm actually going to have her give this to Thomas, and I'm going to have him to send it to the Geo Council because it's the only way I can see we're going to get elements. I think there are a few dig spots on the island. I just couldn't find any in this neighbourhood. So I guess we'll just have them keep an eye out when they're kind of out and about, and we'll go from there. So what I'm going to do is get Isabella, not Isabella, well, sort of Isabella because she has work too, but I'm going to get Rose ready, take her for her needs, And then I'm going to have her head out to do the weekly nobility dinner party that is a requirement of this challenge. All right, we've arrived at the Honeycuds once again, and Rose has come in to make some drinks. Now, I didn't actually choose to have Thomas come along, but he's just come along. So I've actually sent him off to go fishing because I can't send him home while the event's running. So he's gone off. What I'm thinking is Rose has told him that Vincent attempted to make a move on her when she was here last time. Like, she was maybe feeling a little bit apprehensive. So he was like, I'll just be in the neighborhood. So that's why Thomas has come along, so he's nearby in case she needs help. So she's making a big thing of drinks, and Alexander Goth is looking very, very sad. And Vincent's looking really sad as well. Bentley's looking really mad. She's checking in on him to see, you know, does he need anything? And he's saying, look, I'm fine. You know, it's just that my mother's just passed away. So she's learning Bella Goth is, alas, no more. And he's saying, you know, my dad was meant to come along and my sister and her husband were all meant to be here as well. So you will have less people to cater for because, you know, they can't come, you know. Also, he's saying, look, my sister's actually also pregnant, so she, you know, she's in confinement. She's a bit too unwell to leave the house. So she's learning all of that. You know, Cassandra's pregnant, Bella's passed away, Mortimer is devastated. Now, Rose actually gets on really well with Mortimer, so I think she, you know, she's feeling awful for him, but she's also not, I'm actually just going to get rid of that. She's not really in a position to just sort of pop over to a noble's house and, like, you know, check in on him. But at the same time, she's feeling very bad for him. Now, I might do a rack of lamb, I think. We are running out of money very fast. Because I know she gets paid at the end, and I have written down how much money they had before she started the party. So at the end, she'll have the amount they started with plus 150 plus whatever Isabella gets paid, because she is at work as well. So we will obviously make some money. Thomas has been working on his handiness skill, and I've listed a couple of things on Plopsy that he's made. I don't anticipate us making a lot of money from that. There's also a limit to how many horse sculptures we need, you know? Are you okay? Are you okay? Bentley, are you sick? Yeah, is he sick? Or maybe he's just drunk. She can now make lobster tortellini. Fancy. Alright, so I'll have her clean up, set the table, and then call everyone to a meal. If I say grab a serving together, hopefully that'll do it. Are these guys? I think I'm learning something about Alexander Goth that I perhaps didn't realise before. Lads? Alexander? Oh, he was well and truly on his way back. Okay. That's the second time I've stopped a goth child from woohooing with a sim autonomously on a lot by calling people to food. You don't need to eat. So just leave that. So I think we can assume Alexander and Bentley are perhaps a couple. They'd have to keep it very much on the down low because he's very drunk. They'd have to keep it very much on the down low because these are medieval times. And I can't call them to meal. Oh no, I'm going to fail. I better actually have her cook another meal that I can actually click call to get meal on. Let's make it a dessert. So we'll call them to maybe a parfait. Let's do that. So she'll make a parfait and then I can call them to meal with that. So there you go. Sylvester's looking very happy. Alexander is clearly enough under the influence that he was about to go and woohoo with Bentley. Now, I don't know if Alexander and Bentley are actually a couple or if it's just that they're both gay and drunk and were prepared to take advantage of the situation. So that's cute. I'm very excited for them. But I'll have to have a think about what that means in terms of the fish are too crafty. How can they be too crafty? You've been fishing out there for hours. He's going to try and sneak in and get some food. He would be in something a little bit more everyday-ish like that. He's like, can I have roast lamb? All right. Oh, everyone is sick here. You've got some kind of plague. I feel like I should leave. I don't want to get your plague. She may or may not be pregnant. I'm basically gonna have her attempt to... Oh, we're not gonna get gold. This dinner party's almost over. So forget about that. I still don't know if she's pregnant. She hasn't given me any signs one way or the other. I'm hoping she doesn't catch whatever the gross disease is that's clearly going around this house. I mean, a lot of the, like, swaying and belching was alcohol, because I did make them all drinks right at the start of the party. She's learned that Bella's passed away and Cassandra's pregnant. The reason that is relevant is what I'm actually thinking is Cassandra doesn't strike me as the kind of sim who would be a very hands-on mother. So what I'm actually thinking is that Mortimer might ask, well, not necessarily ask Rose, because I think Rose might volunteer to Mortimer that her sister is a nanny and is actually looking for work, because that way we kind of can move Isabella out into a household, because I do want her to be part of a household as a nanny, and that way she'll be in it. I mean, she'll be in a gorgeous house looking after the second generation baby, so baby Goth. I am thinking actually James probably would take the Goth surname because it is a name of nobility, especially because now I know Alexander is gay, and that would mean he's unlikely to have children unless he marries for public expectation reasons. But yeah, he's unlikely to have children, which would mean that the child of Cassandra and her husband is going to actually be the heir to the Goth fortune. And all of this is relevant because down the track, we are going to be marrying into the nobility. Poor little Kaphers. Is anyone looking after that toddler? He's just standing there, having it. Oh, he's farting and using his diaper. That's lovely. Marlena, look after your child. Hopefully in the next part, we'll find out if she's pregnant, and I will take her over and introduce you guys to the twins. Like I said, at the moment, they would be baby objects, so there's no point. They are obviously toddlers, but I didn't want to have you guys meet them as toddlers too early, which is why I haven't been over there. Rose has probably met them as babies, but that's, we'll see. You'll see the toddlers next part. Whoa. We just got home and I was going to do my little outro while these two walked up to bed and woohooed again. Somebody's got the share big news interaction. I didn't get a notification, but it's saying she's eating for two. So I guess she is actually pregnant, which is very exciting. So she's come home and she's like, hey, sweetie, so guess what I think might be going on? And he's like, oh my goodness, that's so exciting. But also then he passed wind. Is that because of the food that I made? Anyway, that's charming. Oh, actually, no, he had a slice of life upset stomach. So there you go. But yeah, she's pregnant. I'm very excited by that. And I'm going to leave this part here, you guys. So if you have enjoyed, please like and subscribe. You know the drill. Don't forget to wash your hands, and I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.